Hello, welcome to the program, Me and AI on Value Chain TV. And of course, it's a program that enlightens you more on artificial intelligence, its importance, previews, and also reviews, and how it can help our socio-economic life in the country. I remain your regular host, Kabir Lawal. Without wasting much of our time, we have a guest who is going to do justice to this topic today. And the topic is how AI can contribute to our socio-economic spec in the country. I have with me Professor James Agajo, is a lecturer with the Federal University of Technology, FUT Mina, and he is a professor of artificial intelligence and communication network. You're welcome to the program, sir.
Pleasure is mine. Nice to be here with the Value Chain family.
Yeah, sir, we're very much welcome, sir.
Thank you.
Sir, since you're a professor of artificial intelligence and communications, sir, in your own words, can you tell us what AI means?
Thank you very much. AI, as we all know today, is actually assuming some large degree of penetration, and it is actually made so because a process where some of the natural and biological intelligence of humans, and in some instances animals, are now adapted and directed into machines for the purpose of solving numerous problems. We see that as an intelligence that is artificial. You know quite well that as humans, we have God-given intelligence. How you solve your problems when you are being confronted. So these problems are actually procedures, or what we call algorithms. And these algorithms are studied, adapted, and transmitted to machines. And these machines will now use this technique in solving various problems and challenges. And today is what looks more like fiction in those days. Today are coming to bear as realities. And virtually everybody is trying to see how they can clinch on it. Because it's either you hook up that tree that is moving or you left behind. Even those who ordinarily saw it as some kind of superstitious belief that is actually not supposed to be so, are beginning to see some economic values in adopting the use of AI. And we're going to talk more later on some of the applications and the usefulness of AI, how they've impacted on humans and how humans have actually seen the gains of AI. Though it has its own drawbacks, which I'm going to make and equally ask some questions about the issues of jobs, taking up our jobs and so on. I'm going to answer questions in that area. But for now, just trying to stay within the limit of the questions you asked. That what is AI? So it's about adapting natural, God-given intelligence in humans and animals and transmitting them into machines for the purpose of solving problems and challenges.
So can you also enumerate some economic values of the AI to our society?
Fantastic. I think the economic value of AI is what is actually making AI very, very popular today. In the world, you have plenty competitors when it comes to solution providers, product development, manufacturing, and so on. And in a place where you have competition all over the place, what it therefore means is that you need to upgrade your product so as to be able to meet the challenging market. And customers respond to products that are much better for them. So with the infusion of AI into these products, you get to see better results. A typical example is the logistic company industry, where just the type you have like Jumia in Nigeria, and the other one you call what's the name again? These logistic companies normally are out there to satisfy needs and wants based on requests you make. So I think the father of them all today is Amazon. So it's one typical example. So let me just give us a brief of what Amazon is all about. Amazon and the rest of them, Alibaba, why they became very big players in this industry was because of the adoption of AI. And what is it they did? Simple. They actually came up with what we call natural language processing, where machines could be speaking with humans. Now, let's assume you have maybe over 1 million requests. People telling you, please, I want to get a television set. Please, I want you to ship a car for me, a microphone for me, a pen for me. So when this thing gets too many, you can't get the number of personnel to attend to requests. And when this thing is not happening sequentially, customers tend to get discouraged that maybe your service delivery is poor. So what these people went into was to adopt some AI techniques where machines cannot be, since they don't have the number of human personnel, and human personnel are susceptible to errors. So they don't got machines. So when you pick up your phone and you probably call it that, please, I've made a request for a car charger or a phone. What simply happens is that you're talking to machines, you're not talking to human beings. So when you talk to machine, they probably get to an insight of what you want, what you need, and they place requests on your behalf. But by so doing, 1 million persons could just place requests and machines will be answering them. So when that thing when they perfected that technology, what it therefore means was that they were able to come up with better service delivery compared to some other competitors in that same industry. And before you knew it, Amazon, the owner, became the richest man in the world because everybody, because of the trust and the guarantee that you can get your product as at when due because of the mechanism. So you can see, in terms of product delivery, AI is actually working. There are numerous areas where AI, your cars today are fitted with AI-based gadgets that will help you do some navigation, troubleshoot problems in your car even ahead of, so you don't probably experience issues. This weather forecast is equally one of them. There are just too many to be. And today we have something we call AI native, which ordinarily we're going into now, where in AI native we are coming, devices are coming up in the sense that every entity or every entity that is networked to make a particular system have features of AI in them. So with AI native, you can get all of the entire system having AI function in virtually every unit. So it's actually integrating more and more. So there are so many other openings and applications where AI will serve and serve very well.
Well, just in case you're just joining us, the program is Me and AI on Value Chain TV, and we have been discussing with Professor James Agadio, who is also a professor of artificial intelligence and communication network. Let's go for a short break and we'll be right back. Stay. Well, you're welcome back from that short break, and we have been discussing the topic on how AI can contribute immensely to our socio-economic development in the country. Sir, in our last episode, somebody replied to us that AI is becoming more or less a superficial or supernatural kind of thing. So I don't know if it is that it is becoming a supernatural and it's not even ordinary because it is taking people's job away from them. Sir, can you pick it up? What do you have to say about this?
Yes, actually there is need to fear because the essence of human existence is to survive. And what do you use in surviving? When you render service, you get paid for it. And that pay will actually help, comes to play when it comes to survival. You'll be able to meet up your wants, your needs, and what have you. The fact that we say AI is taking our jobs is true. But it doesn't end there. For those proponents of AI is going to take up our jobs, they just talk about take over our jobs, but they don't go beyond. After taking over our job, what next? Yes, what happened is that this your producer here, who probably is behind the camera, taking short of what we're doing. By the time AI comes, it might no longer be needed there. But that doesn't mean he's going to lose that job, because he has perfected this job. Then the next thing is that machines will be doing what he's doing. Even you, sitting here, machines could be doing what you're doing. But those machines are not completely autonomous. Autonomous in the sense that they are not 100% on their own. People still need to manage them. So the machines will be at this layer. Yourself, you upgrade to the upper layer where you'll be manipulating these machines. And someone who manipulates machines, in terms of pay rise, it will be higher because you're handling much bigger tasks. Then in terms of other responsibilities, you have more responsibilities. So just about upskilling, it's going to change the way we do things. You see, one thing about woman or man is that comfort zone is a very difficult place for somebody to live. If I'm comfortable here and you tell me there's a new technology that will better us, but it will require one or two sacrifices, it's usually a problem. It's usually a problem because most persons will tell you, no, I don't want to be disturbed, let me just continue here. But unknown to that person, there's when you move that other bigger opportunities will come. And if you don't want to move, other economies will put you back. I don't know, this example we keep telling persons, I think it's everywhere now. When we used to have the technologies like the film industry, where you have Fuji, Kodak of those days, who refused to embrace digital technology. But when other applications came, they were brushed aside. Why? Because they were so comfortable with the gains they were making. But they didn't embrace new technology, digital technology. And they were just into the old kind of Kodak film and what have you. When the technology came, they were set aside. So you always move with trend, so you'll be relevant at any point in time. Things are actually happening. So what is actually important now is that we should not feel we are comfortable. Don't be too comfortable where you are, because the next level is what we should be looking at. So when these machines come to take over our jobs, we are already up there managing the machines. And of course, you should know that these machines, ordinarily, we need to be serviced. So to open some new jobs for people to service them, they will need technicians. So to open some more jobs for people to take care of them. So it's like that. It's not something to be scared about, but it's something to actually, like, okay, for instance, but for COVID, when COVID came, people never knew to work from home. So persons didn't even know how to probably use the computer. But when the thing started, and some persons were forced to learn how to use online platforms to work from home. And if you ask them, they tell you they are better for it because they are equally applying it to other places. It's like that. So really, it's not something to be scared about, but one has to take responsibility that we need to upskill ourselves, improve our skills, so as to help us meet up the challenges. But challenges are definitely going to come. If you are sleeping in this part of the world, other persons are not sleeping. So you need to benchmark what you are doing with what other persons are doing.
Thank you very much for that. For that quite interesting and educative. Because people, especially the youth, are beginning to feel computers are going to take our job. How are we going to fend? Well, just in case you join us, you have really missed out, but we still have one or two questions to ask Professor before we call it a wrap on the program. And just in case, it's Professor James Agajo, who is a professor of artificial intelligence and communication network in Nigeria. Sir, lastly, what advice do you have for government or for the youth especially?
Okay, very important question. Even if you have not asked me, I will have say something. Nigeria is passing through a very, very wonderful phase, I will call it. What is it? Things appear to be difficult in Nigeria today. And that is what the story has been, you hear everywhere, and you feel it, you see it. But in the midst of difficulty, there lie opportunities. And what is we saying? There is need for us to upskill. The era of you having to graduate from the university, polytechnic, college of education, and you're waiting for an advert from one government agency is gone. So what is necessary, or what we are required to do now as individuals, is to upskill by adding skill to those degrees. Those degrees are quite important, but you add skills to them. The degree is a springboard. And these skills we have so many of these skills in the area of digital transformation and technology. You upskill. There are so many openings. People learn to secure system with aid of blockchain, some web portal development, data science, this AI we're talking about, machine learning, are all different areas you can actually upskill and be solving problems. This time you're not going to be solving local problems. You're going to be solving problems beyond the shores and boundary of Nigeria. You're going to be having people having to ask you to please solve this particular problem for us because we have challenges. So these challenges, when they do that, certainly you give our service in exchange for what? A reward, which is cash. So you're making money in dollars. I have them. I have them, students of mine, some of your youngsters we are training in school, 300, 400 level, are already earning money in dollars because of these skills. Yeah. So this thing is universal now. The world is becoming global. It's not about saying my daddy is a politician. The moment I'm finished, I'm done. Job is waiting for me. You might just be there, and some other person, somebody who is the son of a nobody, will be earning more than you because of his skill. Okay. So please, we need to upskill. There are different packages you can find yourself in where you could provide a rendering service, and you will take advantage of these technologies for bigger options of survival. So I think in the midst, so the long and short of it is that in the midst of the present difficulties and challenges, there is still a way for the average Nigerian youth. Thank you.
Well, thank you very much. Well, that's a wake-up call for the youth in the country. And we have been chatting, and in fact, Professor James Agadio has done justices to all the questions we've been asking. And this is where we draw the curtain size of the program. If you did enjoy the program, why don't you just make it a date with us? Same station next week. Don't forget to also drop your comment, share, and like, because artificial intelligence is of paramount importance. I remain Kabir Lawal. Say bye for now.